What color do you see? What if I told you you're completely wrong? But I mean, if you're colorblind, I'm sorry. The main question is, can you trust your eyes? Because your audience won't believe theirs. Alright, yo, so check this out. For those of you who are curious, today I'm using the red Bicycle Masters playing cards. Take the cards right out of the tuck case, and this one is going to be a bit more fun. So I'm going to shuffle the cards like this, all face up, to show you all the cards are different colors, shapes, sizes, you name it, designs, it's all different. I'm going to test you on this, so you better be paying attention. I'm going to ask you some colors real quick. I'm going to shuffle the cards like this. I'm going to ask you, what color is this card? Red. Okay. What color is this card? Black. Okay. Okay, and what about this one? Red, okay. Okay, you seem to know what you're doing, so I don't think you really need any more studying. I think you're good to go. Normally when I do card tricks, right, we have the cards face down, I spread them out, you pick one out, and that's your card. It's completely random. But I want it to be as fair as possible, so I'm gonna have the cards face up. You can see they're all different, and you can touch any card you want. Let's just say we're going through, you want to touch this card. Jack of Diamonds is your boy, so that's the card that you're going to take. I'm going to cut them somewhere into the center. Now I have two very important questions to ask you. Question number one, what color is this card? Red. That is correct. Red is absolutely correct. Question number two, what color are the backs of these cards? Most people get this wrong, be careful. Red, no, it's not red. It's actually blue. All the cards in this deck just happen to turn blue. But you did touch one card that you selected. If I give it a second and snap, we'll see in the sea of blue cards, there is one card that stands out above the others as red. That one red card. Now for the first time that I've already seen, name the card that you selected. The Jack of Diamonds. We'll check it out. Here we have the Jack of Diamonds. Pretty impressive, but we can take that a step further. Let's say you didn't select the Jack of Diamonds. Again, you had the free choice of picking any card that you wanted. So let's just say you picked some random card like this one. You picked some random card like the Ace of Hearts instead of the Jack of Diamonds. If we just take the Ace of Hearts, rub it on top of the red card, we'll see the red card changes into the Ace of Hearts as well. Did I say diamonds? I meant hearts. Boom. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn magic, master your influence, and captivate audiences. To give you some background on this effect, it's known as Color Not So Quickie by Harry Lorraine. It's a fun time with a spectator that really makes them question their own eyes. What could be better than that? So before we dive right into the tutorial, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and get ready to fool all your friends. Now grab your favorite deck, and let's do it. So some more info before we dive right into it. I would classify this as more of an intermediate level card trick just because of the couple of sleights that are involved and the storytelling that goes along with it. So again, I wouldn't discourage you from learning this. It's a great trick to learn, but just be wary, it will take a bit of practice. Now, there is a very small setup involved, and of course, you would probably guess you need one red card or one card that's different than all of the other cards. I like to use bicycle decks because red and blue bicycle decks, the cards faces are very similar, so that's what I always go with. I use a red bicycle deck and a blue bicycle deck, but any two decks really will do. So I have one card that I selected from the red bicycle deck, which is the Ace of Hearts. I'm going to go through now the blue bicycle deck, this is the small setup, and find the other Ace of Hearts. I have it right here on top, and the Ace of Hearts, the blue one goes on top of the deck, then the red one goes on top of that, and you're all set and ready to perform. Of course, one thing you don't want to do is take out the deck and shuffle it face up, right? You're bringing this out as a red deck. So as I start the trick, and I put this whole thing in a red box to really subconsciously instill in their mind that this is a red deck. No matter what anyone says, this deck is red. So we got this red deck, you take that out, you tell a spectator, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this card trick, and I'm sure you will too, or something along those lines, just to really get them hyped up for this trick. You show the red back, obviously don't draw like attention to it that it's red. You say you're gonna turn the cards face up, and I wanna show you something. All the cards are different colors, shapes, and sizes. So now, as you're doing this, as I did my overhand shuffle, I made sure not to grab here from the bottom. What I did, I grabbed somewhere from the center. You wanna make sure the top two cards, Ace of Hearts, do not get disturbed. Grab any other cards above it, and then start doing a slow shuffle, showing the spectator, oh look at that, all the cards are different. And this is a new deck, so it's a bit harder to handle these cards. You can see all the cards are different. I'm showing this, again, directly to the spectator. So they see all this, they're like, okay, yeah. And they say, now I'm gonna quiz you. That was just a study period. I'm gonna quiz you on a couple of things. Now you're gonna go and do the Hindu shuffle. And I'll tell you why we switch over to the Hindu shuffle. As you do the Hindu shuffle, right, the cards are held like this. Thumb on one side, index finger on top, middle ring, pinky finger on the other side, a non-dominant hand. And your dominant hand's gonna grab all the cards below. Now this time you're grabbing all the cards below. I do like 1 or 2 shuffles. Then I tap these halves together, turn this half face up again to instill in their mind that the deck is red, and I ask, what color is this card? I tap a few times, what color is this card? They say black. Turn it face down again, take a top couple of cards until we get to a red card, square everything up. What color is this card? And again, I'm showing this red card. So subconsciously in their mind, we're building that the deck is red. What color is this card? They're gonna say red, and you're like, okay, think you're so smart. What color is this? And now I draw attention here, they're gonna say red. So I'm like, okay, you think you know what you're doing? Let's start the actual trick, or let's start the quiz, or whatever you wanna call it. Take this whole packet, turn it face down, or turn it face up, I would say, and put it on top of the deck here. Now, keep in mind all these cards are face up. This is the only red card, so as soon as you turn this face up, we don't want to lose this red card. So we're going to grab a pinky break between this packet here and this packet. So I put it down like this. I pretend to square up. Then I grab everything above this pinky break. Grab it, put it down on the table. Take this packet. Again, you want to make sure you don't flash the back to the spectator. Take this packet, put that down as well. Take the last packet and put that down too. So now the spectator can kind of see all the cards have just been cut. And again, up to speed, right? I show the card, this card, put that on top, cut, and cut. All this does is it controls the red card back to the top. Now I turn the deck face down and I say normally, I'd have the deck face down, I'd spread the cards out for you, you pick one card at random, and that's gonna be your card. But I wanna be very fair. So I'm gonna take this whole deck, turn it face up. And again, the reason I turn it down, instill in their mind the deck is red. Turn the deck face up and say, you can pick out any card that you want. Let's just say they said the King of Clubs, right? You ideally want them to touch a card that's somewhere near the center. So let's just say they touch the King of Clubs. You square everything and grab a break underneath the King of Clubs. So square everything, grab a break underneath King of Clubs. And now you're gonna do a double undercut. What that means is you're gonna grab half the deck here from the bottom half, right? So you have pinky breaks here. You're gonna grab half the deck from underneath the pinky break. I'm holding it with my thumb, by the way, so I transfer from a pinky break to a thumb break. Hopefully that's easier to see. Break off half that packet, bring it to the top, break off half the remaining packet, and bring that to the top as well. What this has done is it has moved the red card to somewhere near the center, and it has moved their King of Clubs to the top. So you can see King of Clubs is on top, and the red card is somewhere in the center. Right, the spectator obviously doesn't know that. And now I take a quick pause and say, all right, here's the time for the final quiz. What color is this card? This is the easy question. What color is this card? Obviously, they're going to say black. It's a black card. Now you say no one ever gets this question right. This is the most difficult one yet. What color are the backs of these cards? And if you have the tuck case nearby, you can always point to it. What color are the backs of these cards? They're going to obviously say red. Did you say, wait, hold on. I think you may have misseen something because all the cards were blue. And I think that as soon as you say were blue, hold for a second and let them really take that in, as that's the first magic effect that's happened. And then you say, in fact, all the cards are blue. Now here you have to be a bit careful. Here I'd recommend as you're going through, because there is a red card here, right? There is a red card. As you go through the first time, you ideally do not want to show the red card. If you do show the red card, I'll talk about that. But ideally you don't want to show the red card. So as I'm going through, it's like all the cards are blue. As I get close towards the center where I know the red card might be, I spread out a chunk of cards like this, passing the red card, and then showing, look, all the cards are blue. So this is again, second phase, they're very impressed. You square everything up and say, but you did touch one card. And that one card you touched knew it was a selected card. So if you spread through again, and now you go through every single card, as you spread through again, you show, look, there is one red card among the sea of blue cards. And again, you can phrase it any way that you want. This is just how I like to do it. Now, let's take a step back. Let's say you're saying you just did this, all the cards are blue. As you're going through, let's say by accident, you flashed that red card. That's okay. You can kind of play into that. Act like, oh wait, how is that possible? How is there one red card? Wait, you did select one card and we did lose it somewhere in the center, right? So you can really bounce back even if you do flash that. That does take away a little bit from the trick in terms of, oh look, all the cards are blue. Like by that time I flashed, right? So it does take away a little bit, but honestly, it's not a huge deal. So now there's going to be a subtle move that you're pulling off during this as well. As you're going through, you say in the sea, right? So you show all the blue cards, snap your fingers, and say you did touch one card. In the sea of blue cards, there is one red card. As I come to this red card, this is going to be the Ace of Hearts, obviously. The card right underneath it is going to be the second Ace of Hearts. So as I come here, you want to cull the second card below it to the bottom of the deck. And here's how I do it. By the way, I have a full tutorial on the cull. I'll put the link on the screen. As I'm going through it, I say in sea of blue cards, there's one red card. I emphasize this, bring the deck back, and as I'm bringing the deck back, I cull that card like this, and I continue with all the blue cards. So one more time up to speed. Oh, Jesus. One more time up to speed. In a sea of blue cards, there's one red card, right? And you can see the rest are all blue. As you square up, I move that Ace of Hearts right to the bottom. And of course, they don't see any of this. Then I say, now what is that red card? I bring it out and I move it to the top. As I'm moving it to the top, I try to grab a pinky break underneath the top card, right? Because the top card, again, King of Clubs, their spectators selected card, the card that they touched. So as I take it out, I try to grab a pinky break right underneath it. If I can't do it fast enough, I just take this card, bring it on top, and then I take a second. What was the card that you selected again? I forgot, remind me. You say King of Clubs. And by that point, I do the pinky count. Again, link on the screen, you can check it out. If you're not comfortable with that, as soon as you put this card, or as soon as you take it out, you can kind of just push this off like this above your pinky and pull it back to get the pinky break. Whatever really works best for you. Just don't draw too much attention to it. So you could bring this on top like this and say, what was your card? They say King of Clubs. Now you do a double lift, put it up like this. There is the King of Clubs. Another reason for them to be impressed. Now you turn the double back face down and you say, but what if you didn't select the King of Clubs? Again, you had a completely free choice. You take this card now, because keep in mind, this is the Ace of Hearts. Take this card now, put it face down. And now the other Ace of Hearts is on the bottom of the deck. And this, I think, I learned this move from Harry Lorraine. It's really cool how it works. You're going to give the deck a swing cut, and you're going to keep a thumb break right below the Ace of Hearts. Now, as you do a ribbon spread, you have to be fairly well versed in ribbon spread. As you do the ribbon spread, I keep my index finger towards the center here. As I do the ribbon spread, you'll see that one card will be slightly tilted. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but these cards are all straight and it slightly tilts right here. It's so subtle, it's beautiful. If you look at where the cards first slightly start tilting, that's gonna be the bottom card where you had the break. It's actually phenomenal. There's so many different use cases for it. I'll see what else I could find, but it is amazing. It will take a bit of practice in terms of, let me just go through it one more time, right? This is on the bottom of the deck. It will take a bit of practice. First, give the deck a cut, thumb break right there. Index finger, again, not up here, not down here, somewhere in the center as you're doing the ribbon spread. And then you'll see the card again. Small tilt to the card. You take that out and you see, let's just say it was the Ace of Hearts. Now, one thing when I'm doing this, I kind of make it seem completely random. Let's say Ace of Hearts is there. I make it seem completely random. Let's just say you selected, I don't know, this card, the Ace of Hearts. Play it out, make it a bit more fun. Make it seem completely random. Ace of Hearts. Now, if I take this ace, rub it on top of this card, tap it, whatever you want to do. This card also changes slow reveal to show the Ace of Hearts. You're gonna kill him with this one. Oh. If you want to continue not believing your eyes, click on this video right over here. It is loads of synonym of fun. A huge shout out to all my Patreon producers, and thank you, love you, see you soon.